Everywhere in the world, we can observe and be touched by acts of kindness. People from all walks of life, faiths and cultures extend themselves beyond the call of duty to help others unconditionally. Through their noble deeds, humanity as a whole is elevated. To commend virtuous actions and encourage more people to be inspired by their examples, Supreme Master Ching Hai has lovingly created a series of awards, including the Shining World Leadership Award, Shining World Compassion Award, Shining World Hero and Heroine Awards, Shining World Honesty Award, Shining World Protection Award, Shining World Intelligence Award and Shining World Invention Award to recognize some of the most exemplary, generous, caring and courageous people who walk among us.
On September 12, 2008, our association members presented two very special people with the Shining World Compassion Award from Supreme Master Ching Hai for their tireless work in offering a home to children in need of love and care.
We're here in Barnby, on the Marsh, in East Yorkshire, with Colin and Carol Rothery. They have been awarded the Compassion Award for their many years of fostering children, and in all they have taken in 64 children over 15 years. Carol, you started fostering children 15 years ago. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It started with a young man who was not able to live with his family, and we lived in a small town, and we were asked if we would take him in for a time, and we agreed to do that, but we had a small family of our own, and he wasn't such a boy. He was 21 when he came to live with us, so he needed somewhere to be able to grow, and he wanted to turn his life around, so everybody deserves that opportunity, don't they?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So at the time you weren't a part of an organisation or society or association, you just opened your doors to him?
No, that's right. It was his auntie, actually, that asked if he could stay with us a while, and we just said, yeah. We gave him like a 6-month period at the time, because obviously he was 21 and he needed to action some things in his life, because unless you make some different choices, you're not going to have any different results, are you? Yeah. So, and he did, and he got back into college, and he did really well at college, didn't he? And ended up going to work in a gym in York. Yeah, so he did really, really well, wow. And he absolutely thrived at college and settled himself down.
Nice story.
So it was a nice story. So I think it was from that we really enjoyed doing it, and it was lovely to see somebody's life so changed that I thought, well, we could do it for somebody else. So it kind of went from there, and then there was a young girl who was just on the street with a bin bag, and yeah, and so she then came and lived with us, and yeah, that's how it really started. We began to realise that there was lots of young people that were vulnerably housed, and the potential for them to be homeless was high.
From these two acts of kindness towards others, the doors were opened, taking Carol and Colin on a now 15-year life experience of helping others find their way in the world.
There was a young girl that was coming out of university at the time and was doing a placement. I was working for the youth services, and she also recognised that there was a need, so we decided that it would be good to sort of set up something that was more permanent in the area, which is what we did. We tried to open like a drop-in centre for the young people to be able to come and verbalise what it was they needed, and a lot of them had addictive tendencies in one way or another, so you could access other organisations for them to get the help that they needed.
So you have any more success stories to tell us about children that you have helped? And
I suppose success to me for them is if they are content with their lives and they're quite happy. The lower down a pit you are, the longer the journey up, and basically it's down to you to make the upward journey, isn't it? We're not doing the work, they do the work, but if you can support somebody while they're doing that, it's a lot better not to feel alone when you're doing it, isn't it?
No, your support is very important.
Yeah, but they do the work. It's them that has to make the choices for the life changes, you know. And
we kind of give them the options, don't we?
Yeah.
And say, these are some options, some choices you can make from these, so they decide whether they want to follow those choices or stick with their own.
A lot of people think environment doesn't make a difference, but I do think it does.
So any advice for parents out there?
To be honest, I just value life and people, and know yourself.
If we want to get down to fine points, I think for a parent, if they're bringing their children up, if they say they need to put boundaries in, and if they say they're going to do something with the boundaries, then they need to stick to them, and that helps the child
Feel safe.
feel safe.
We will learn more of the Rothery's altruistic work when we return after these brief messages. Please stay tuned for Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our program, featuring Carol and Colin Rothery, extraordinary foster parents who are the recipients of the Shining World Compassion Award from Supreme Master Ching Hai.
This award here is from Supreme Master Ching Hai in recognition of your noble and unconditional, selfless love that you've given over the years to children in need. You've obviously got very big hearts. So thank you for your work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In addition, Supreme Master Ching Hai made a donation of $5,000 to the Rotherys in contribution to helping the children who come in their care.
So thank you so much.
It comes as quite a surprise that we was being offered this opportunity to say a little bit about our lives and to actually be given something for doing it as well. That's fantastic. We really appreciate it, and thank you very much.
Yeah, it seems very special, especially when she does so much herself.
Later in the visit, we met two more members of the Rothery family.
We've been joined by Tom. Hello, Tom. And Natalie. Hello, Natalie. Tom's the son of Carol and Colin, and Natalie has been here for 8 years with the family, haven't you, Nat? So, Tom, first, you've been to a wedding of one of the children who were fostered here.
Yeah, early on in the summer we went with a girl who was fostered by us. She's gone on to uni, and it's been quite a good story of her, so yeah, she's put a lot of things in place that I suppose Mum and Dad have taught her, and kind of built on that and just tried to make more of a life. And plus it was a good chance for us to get to see her and see this new life that she has.
And Nat, you've begun a new life with a new job and everything. Can you tell us a little bit about what's your job now and how your life has maybe changed in the past few years?
I just work at the leisure centre, lifeguard there.
For Natalie, it's a completely different lifestyle as opposed to a former life, but now she's made some good choices. She's picked herself a good career, which she enjoys the work. Now, when we think about what your life was like before and what you're doing now, it's a completely great
I know
turnaround.
it's the opposite.
And you've got a baby in the form of a dog. Smeg, he's looked after like a dream.
Tom, is there any message you could give to our viewers out there?
One thing I've noticed that maybe don't give up hope. If you're struggling with anything, there are really people out there who do things for nothing, and they will give to you whether you give back or not. You don't have to lose hope. There's an opportunity if you just look for it, or be more aware and willing to let people help you.
Thank you, Carol and Colin Rothery, as well as your family, for changing lives from the exemplary show of love towards others. May you be blessed with peace and happiness as you selflessly offer a haven of comfort and safety to those whom God sends to you. And to our global viewers, we thank you for joining us on our program today in honour of the many noble deeds all over the globe. Please stay tuned for Words of Wisdom, coming up next, right after noteworthy news, here on Supreme Master Television. May acts of benevolence inspire everlasting goodness throughout the world.